This week we are reconning the next race in the Summer of Champions Dirt Racing Series. This is Climbers Gambit, and special thanks to Thomas Sorensen, who doesn't know it, but I have pinched his ride and I'm using that instead of having to do it myself. So there are 3 points segments in this race. The first one's at the 2.6 kilometer mark. It's Utopia Sprint Reverse. It's a 200 meter sprint, first cross the line. You want to be on the front of the group, pushing as hard as you can to get those points across the line there at the banner. Then you'll get a bit of a breather before we hit the Zwift KOM, the first part. So this is a 600 meter climb. It's 5%, starts here. It's not a timed or points segment, but you want to be watching the front for any breakaways, people trying to split the group up. So keep an eye on that front. Keep towards the front before you get a chance to have a bit of a break here at the descent. So the descent is a 600 meter descent. It finishes at the 6.3 kilometer mark, and then you want to try and get into your group, sit in, recover, get your wee bell down, find some stuff, and before you hit the rollers, which will be the lead in to Titans Grove Reverse KOM. So the rollers will go for about 3.5 kilometers, and we'll finish at the 11.9 kilometer mark before we hit Titans Reverse KOM. So Titans Grove Reverse KOM is just here. It's 910 meter climb. It will definitely test your 3-minute power. So this is a fastest through segment. Start at the back, work your way through the pack. Use as much of the draft as you can to make it as easy as possible, and then keep pushing it. So this is about a 2-minute climb, 2-minute climb. So dig as deep as you can. You've got a bit of recovery afterwards. So we'll hit the top just here with those 2 little rock faces the line is, and then we'll do a bit of a descent, a bit of a lumpy descent as we come out of Titans Grove. So again, you want to be looking to recover, get some water, get some deep breaths. We've got half it done, but there is a significant portion to go, don't get me wrong. Okay, so we'll be coming out of Titans Grove. We'll come into the underwater tunnel at the 18.8 kilometer mark. That's only 500 meters. Again, it's not timed, but it's just good to know where it is. How long it's going to be. It's all flat, so again, look to draft as much as possible, sit in the group, let others do the work on the front, and then we're going to hit the bridge at the 21.2 kilometer mark. It's a false flat, about 2% before we start the EPIC KOM Reverse. Now this is fastest through segment, so start at the back, work your way through, use the draft, use the other riders. There are 4 stages. The first stage is 700 meters long, before you get a recovery at the 22.4 kilometer mark. So just at the bridge here. Now it's not entirely flat. You are still climbing up, but it'll take the pressure off the legs, take the pain out, get some water, get some breaths before you hit the next stage, which starts at the 23 kilometer mark just here. Now it is pinchy. It is only 600 meters, so it finishes at the 23.6 kilometer mark. So just be mindful of that. There is a short descent of 200 meters, which starts about here. So you will get a chance again to sit up, try and recover a little bit before you hit the third stage, which is an 1800 meter monster. It does pinch up to 10-11%. On average, it's about 6.5-7%. So again, it is going to hurt, but it is only 1800 meters. Now, the third stage will end at about the 25.5 kilometer mark. So if you can pace yourself, do it. Try and follow another rider. Look for a rider to try and pick up or chase. Anything you can do to keep the power on, keep the average up, and then you'll be hitting the third little recovery, which will be at the 25.5 kilometer mark, just coming up over this ridge. There it is. So it's a 300 meter recovery. Again, takes the pressure out, try and super tuck, try and get some water in, some deep breaths, because you're now onto the fourth stage, another 1800 meter climb. Again, you can see we're pinching up to 7-8%, but rest assured the end is in sight. This will finish, the climbing will finish at the 27.5 kilometer mark, so keep an eye out for that. There's only 500 meters to go with the climbing, but there is 400 meters after the climb proper finishes. So be mindful, don't let up after you do hit this little, when you do crest over here just at the top, which is just at this sign right there. You've still got 400 meters to go. If you can, get out of the saddle, push, and don't stop until you get to that finish line. Once you've crossed it, you know you've done it. Congratulations, well done.